everything stated in this video is my opinion and my opinion only. And just like everything else in these cases we discuss here on this channel, everything is alleged. Hey, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna turn the camera on. I fixed the curtain, but get ready because someone's mean mugging y'all right in the camera. Well, she was till I turned it on. She's been staring at the screen the whole time. They want to be in here, so y'all might be distracted by the beautifulness. There she is. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. And then look at the baby. Look at him. Look at them. Calypso's in my closet because for some reason she likes the closet. They decided to stay in here today. They didn't want to get out, so they get to stay. And they're just going to stare the whole time, which is probably actually what's going to happen, is they're just going to stare at y'all the whole freaking time. Let me know how the microphone sounds because it's the new one. I finally undid everything. So far, it sounds okay. I just don't know what it sounds like on a live. I didn't change anything from how I've like recorded the last few videos. Hopefully it sounds good. Should be good. Nope, not late. We're just starting. We're doing an early one today because I want to try to go live again tonight. I've been trying to get the body cam stuff all put together the way that I like to present the stuff. So we might actually go over Gunderson's body cam tonight if I get done with everything that I'm doing today. There she is. Let's see where's she going to go. Oh, God, she's on my coffee cart. What is she going to do? There's mommy and son. Oh, God. See my drill? I just put the curtain up. She's going to destroy it. She's going to, look, they're going to start right there. What are they about to do? Zelda's just going to watch. She's going to sit in my coffee tray. Insane. Okay, well, they're just going to be cute back there. Okay. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys have already listened to this 3-person. It's not really an interview because it's Officer Vargas walking around at the scene the next day. I believe it's on the 14th, so it's the Monday. Which report is this? It's report number 14 in the Moscow Police Department report records, page 61 through 62. And it's Simon. I don't know how to say that last name. I'm not even going to try. And then it's brothers, Matthew and Tyler. I don't know if it's Moye or Moye. You know, last names are last names. I don't freaking know. I don't know. So we're going to go over the interview. I mean, they don't really say a lot of anything. To me, it's more interesting when I hear stuff like how one of Jack Ducour's roommates heard the dog and knew that it was Jack's, but like no one thought to go wake him up. Like that kind of stuff I find interesting. But a house on Walenta, I don't know. I just don't feel like there's a lot here. I know there's like animosity between Madison Moye and Maddie, our Maddie, because of an ex that was no longer in the picture, but apparently everything was like okay at that point. They don't really say anything too important here, but I will show you the clip that I believe is them leaving, not them. The clip that I believe is Matthew leaving around like 3 o'clock, because I think Matthew Moye is the one where there was a lot of confusion going around for a while about a Buffalo Wild Wings. Something about how people thought that he was going to the Buffalo Wild Wings at like 2:30 in the morning. Hello. To start training at Buffalo Wild Wings for a job. Oh, he's going to knock it down. Linky Binky. I just fixed that, bro. But he wasn't actually going to Buffalo Wild Wings. He was meeting, from what it sounds like they met up at the parking lot at Buffalo Wild Wings. And that could just be like the way that he's saying things because he's talking to a cop. And some people get nervous when they talk to a cop and they just kind of like say whatever. And it might not actually be accurate, but they're trying. I don't know. He goes and he's gone all day for like an ROTC thing. It was not training to work at Buffalo Wild Wings. It was training for ROTC. And that makes more sense to me because, like some of you saw in the trailer for the live, a lot of people are using the wrong photo of this guy. They're using a guy named Jared's photo because Matthew Moye on, what are you doing, Miss Ma'am? Calypso. 1 second. I have to get them out of here. Hold on. That's funny. Because I call her a rotisserie chicken. When she sits down in the corner and just like sits and just stares at you, she looks like an angry rotisserie chicken. She's trying to climb in the window. She's about to have to get out of here. Anyway, he did not go to work at Buffalo Wild Wings. He left to go on like an all-day situation with ROTC, and he says he got up at 10:30 and left like around 3 o'clock. If you look at the 225 forward camera footage, you can see what looks like a car turning on their lights, because you can see sort of this house in the 1112 camera. You can see the car, you can see the headlights, you can see him backing out, you can see a car leaving down Walenta. So I'm going to pull that up too when we get to Matthews so that I can give you a visual of what seems to be him leaving at 3 o'clock like he's saying that he did. You going to stop trying to escape? Okay, love you, bye. I'm pretty sure she's not going to stop. Okay. Let's go ahead. Yeah, I know. These are like my old curtains from when we moved. So like they've already had spots in them from the other cat that we had before. And he's just adding to it. So it's time. Yeah. Bath time. Y'all look disgusting. Look at your fat rolls everywhere, bro. God. All right. We're just going to do this. We're just going to do this. Okay. Let me go ahead and get this thing pulled up. I guess I don't know if it's actually considered doxing, but I want to be really careful, like showing the exact house that these people live in, because it's not something that we have a direct camera on. They don't have the information in the report. And I don't want anybody to try to pull any bullshit when it comes to my channel. I'm not even trying to deal with it. Most of you guys know where this person lived, where these people lived. I will show you on a little video that I've made of just, you know, what it looks like when you go down Walenta. And if you know how to look around for context clues, you'll see the house. You'll see the house in the little video. So I'm going to pull a little video up that I made today, just me on Google Maps going down from the fork of Ridge and Walenta all the way till it turns into King, just so that you guys, again, can sort of get like an idea. Again, if you look with your eyes, you can see exactly where they were. So let me go ahead and fix this. Are you chilling now? Okay. Now that her and Calypso are going to have a staring contest. Okay. I'm going to play this little thingy-mabobber right here. Real quick. No more light up headphones, guys. Those things finally died. Yeah, the realtor pics are still up. That's true too. It is a view. It's definitely a view down to King from that backyard. They like, as far as I'm understanding, the chain link, there's some sort of fencing that like backs up against, or the backyard itself backs up against 1122. That's how it looks like from the maps and stuff. Okay, I'm gonna go smaller real quick so I can show you guys this, and then we'll get started with the interview because it's only a few minutes. Okay. So this is the fork where you could either go down Ridge Road or you could continue down Walenta. And about right here is where you would start seeing headlights through the trees on the 1112 camera. As you can see, this is still 2025, 2026. We're about to get down here to where it goes back to like 20 years ago. But you can see inside of the King Road area from this tree line. Look, you can see the whites of the houses, the windows. And this is pretty much the same way that the tree line looked at the time of the crime. See, now they jump it to October 2021. This is where they start taking it back. Now it's October 2007. I can't believe how crazy they were. That is so wild how far back they went. When are they going to ever just let this be back to normal? Probably never. Literally, probably never. See, like, I don't know when they're going to change it, but it is just, they went back decades to not let you see anything right there. It's so crazy. So crazy. Okay. Now, the way that Danny Vargas even saw these guys is I think Simon was like outside. According to the report, she was walking around. He was outside, said he wanted to like tell her something or something. And so she went over there and started speaking to him. So here is the interview. There's a small, like 40-something second section, where she's like waiting for Simon to go and get Matthew. So I sped it up like ×2 because there's like, it's just quiet and there's no reason for this to be like ginormous because it's not, video, which I don't know why we couldn't have video of this because it's body cam. I don't know why they did that. So this person right here is Simon. This is the only picture I could find of Simon. I went all through social media on Facebook. Facebook's where I got the pictures of the Moye brothers. This is on their social media. They are on there together as brothers. They have Maddie Mogen on there. They have their parents on there. All their social media is like, I don't even know how to say it. Lock the frick down. All the siblings say that they live in Abu Dhabi. Like the parents and the rest of the family, it all says they live in Boise, Idaho. But all three of the siblings, Tyler, Matthew, and Madison, as of today, this morning, they all say they live in Abu Dhabi. I don't know if that's true. That's just what they're putting on their Facebook. I haven't ever gone to look at their pages. I don't do that stuff. You guys know that I don't really do the social media stalking thing. That's other channels. Other channels do that stuff. I've never seen it before, but I just knew by looking at the picture, like that's not him. So when I went to go dig some more, like I mentioned in the thing, I saw Christie's Chaos use the right photo for Matt. I don't know who the Jared guy is. And I know there's several channels, at least 3 or 4 off the top of my head that I saw this morning that went over this interview and used like their own graphics, but are still using the wrong guy. Now, the audio that we're using to go over ours is from Connor. Connor had the wrong guy in his thing too. And I guess he just didn't get the chance to fix the thumbnail, or maybe he's just not going to take it out. He might not even fix it. I don't even know. But it's definitely, the redheaded dude is not the right guy. Okay, we're going to start this. It's only like 12 and a half minutes. It's not very long at all. That's why we're going to do it early, and hopefully we can do a longer live tonight.
Okay, so you mentioned...
Yes, so it's not a lot, but I woke up a couple times Saturday night.
Okay.
Roommates coming in and different things. And around 4, I think when I looked at the clock, it was maybe around 4:17.
I did find it incredibly interesting that 4:17 is the time that he like had stuck in his head, and it just so happens to be the time in the PCA. Now, I will say this. At this point, it's been well past like 24 hours since the 911 call. I mean, I don't know exactly the time that she's speaking to these people, but at this point, it's the very next day. It's Monday, the 14th. We know that they did not go and get the 11/12 camera footage from 11/12 until the 19th, technically, because Mowry couldn't log in. He played all these games, and even though they had the logins, and even though they had the USB drive, and even though they had all these things, he went some weird long route and acted like he had to have this like special Wi-Fi equipment from the house in order to use it. And he just was like basically just full of shit. So at the end of the day, on the 19th, 6 freaking days later, he ends up finally, I think that's the date. Is that the date? I think that's the final date. He ends up finally using the login information and getting the files. Well, in between that time, after they've gone over and taken the camera off the house, there were people logging into the account with usernames and passwords on their own devices and watching the camera footage. The 4:17 thing being said here is really interesting because of that right there. I don't know if this person's gone over there and looked at that footage. I don't know if footage is going around. It's been over 24 hours at this point since the crime happened. I don't know who has seen or heard what at this point. So 417 just struck me. Especially since we're being told that SV1 basically became SV1 because one of the people that was like viewing the cameras told the cops that as the camera was getting removed from the house, it interrupted him reviewing the camera footage. And he is the one who told them about the white car coming in and out. He didn't tell them about the rest of the cars going in and out in between these timestamps, according to Mowry's report. But this whole thing about a car came from that guy. It came from that guy who was watching it. And he got interrupted from watching it when the cops came out to take the camera. That's always been kind of weird to me. That's always been kind of strange to me. So keep that in mind, because we don't know how close these people are to those people. We don't know who's been seeing what. And 417 is just a real crazy thing to say.
I woke up and I didn't hear. It takes a lot for me to wake up.
Yeah.
So that's why I was kind of surprised I woke up. And I didn't hear anything at first, but after maybe 5 minutes.
See, that's also strange. You kept waking up, but it takes a lot for you to wake up, but you didn't hear anything until after 5 minutes of you waking up. So you woke up because of complete silence and then heard sound later. See how it's sort of just like back and forth? I don't know if this is like nervousness from speaking to a police officer, or if he really is just trying to like figure out a way to say things right to where it sounds right because he's not being honest. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell.
That's my best estimate. I was pretty in and out. I started hearing dog barking. Sounded like it was coming from that direction from the house.
Dog barking.
So I believed it was their dog.
Okay.
And I was going in and out again.
Keep in mind, though, they have a dog, or there's a dog in this audio. You're going to hear a dog barking towards like the middle-ish or like towards the end. So, and we already know that there's multiple dogs. We know that there was dogs walking around in the footage that we were watching from that morning. So I don't know how he would just automatically know that it was Murphy. It's hard to say that all of that barking was Murphy because of just how many different barks inside of that barking that we're also hearing. And it's not echoes and it coming back differently. It's definitely different sized animals.
I think for maybe another hour, I kept hearing the dog barking outside. Thought it was very peculiar just because I've lived here since January and I've never heard that dog outside barking in the middle of the night.
Well, the dog has only been there for a few months because Kaylee just moved in there like the end of summer.
And that's all I really have.
Okay. And so it was about 4:17.
Yes.
When you looked at the clock.
Yes.
After you were woken up by the sound of the dog.
Yes.
Okay. And then did you look outside at all?
No.
See, did he just say yes to being woken up because he heard the dog?
Barking in the middle of the night. And that's all I really have.
Okay. And so it was about 4:17.
Yes.
When you looked at the clock.
Yes.
After you were woken up by the sound of the dog.
Yes.
That's not what he said. He said he got woken up because his roommates were coming in and out. He didn't start hearing the dog until like 5 minutes after he woke up. That's not what he said.
Okay. And then did you look outside at all?
No. I have my room is downstairs, like the closest, like I can look out to the house from my window down there. But I have blinds that cover it up. And I'm a very deep sleeper, so I was just kind of going in and out. It's kind of.
Why do they say that kind of stuff if it's not true? You're a really deep sleeper. It takes a lot to wake you up, but you're waking up before the dog starts barking. Why is he not being consistent?
Falling back asleep, waking up. I didn't really think too much of it because there's a lot of noise that happens, especially with these streets with the outhouses.
Yeah.
So I didn't really think too much of it at first. So I just kind of went back to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the dog was barking for how long, do you think?
I think the last time I woke up was around 5. and I believe the dog was still barking at that point.
Okay, and it sounded like it was outside.
Yes. Yeah.
He's not wrong. The barking of the dogs goes on, honestly, a lot longer than what we were originally told. The multiple dog barks. I can't remember exactly the last time in that massive amount of barking was the last time that we heard a bark, but close to 5 sounds right.
In that direction.
Maybe even after.
And when you did wake up, did you notice any lights on, motion lights, anything like that? Did you hear any?
No.
Hear any rustling or hear anything else?
I didn't hear any rustling. I probably, because we have a nightlight that turns on.
So me saying that other people are using the wrong photo is lame to you, then get the frick out of my freaking chat. Sorry that I like to be factual and consistent. I didn't even say the name of a person who was doing anything wrong. All I said was that we got the stuff from Connor and he also used the wrong one. I guess he didn't realize it. What is so bad about what the frick I just said? I can't stand dumb shits. I really just can't.
And
pathetic.
That little window around the corner is the window for my room. I probably would have seen that if it had turned on, but it didn't.
Okay.
Other than that, my room's very dark. So if there was light or
that, if someone tripped that, you would have seen it. You think?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your date of birth?
2001.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, if you think of anything else, or if you remember anything else, were any of your other roommates home that heard anything, or?
Now, before it switches off to Matt, I will say this. Because I was going on to this in the beginning about trying to find another picture of this guy. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because he doesn't want people digging into his stuff. He doesn't have anything to do with it. I don't know. But all of his social media is gone. He has one Facebook account and he has people on it. But he doesn't have the Moyes on there. Because I went to Tyler's and I went to Matthew's and their friends list is open. So you can go and you can type in the name and you can try to find it. They're not friends on Facebook. And his picture is a dog in some sort of red sports jersey. And the only way that you can actually tell that it's his Facebook is because his mom and I think a brother and a couple other family members are on there. And they have photos of him from back whenever he was winning Athlete of the Year awards and stuff like that. But all of his social media, when it comes to pictures or anything of this Simon dude, Ixnay stuff from the beginning of college and end of high school is about as far as you're going to be able to find, at least what I could find.
They were all home, but they didn't hear anything. I think my roommate heard this say he lives in the other room downstairs. I think he woke up for a second from the barking, but he went back to bed as well.
Okay. Is he here now?
Yes.
Can I talk to him
so
real
here
quick?
comes Matthew.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
See how it's just sped up. Just 40 seconds.
Good. How are you?
Okay, see.
Do you want to stand inside so you don't?
This is the picture. If you go to if you go to type to find Matthew, this right here in the uniform is what is on his LinkedIn. It's his actual profile picture on LinkedIn. So if you click on the LinkedIn account where this picture is, you can see that Jared guy is part of his activity, social media type activity on his LinkedIn profile. I don't know how people got it confused. I'll just be freaking for real honest. It says his freaking name on his uniform. It doesn't say Matthew Moye or Moye or whatever on the guy's name tag. It says Jared. So I don't know how you click on a certain picture and open up a LinkedIn profile that has a person's name and then use one that has nothing to do with him. Several people did it. I just find it's a bit of a phenomenon. I'll just say that.
It's too cold. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I want you to freeze it up out there.
I don't want you to
Okay,
freeze
so
it up out there.
is that your full name?
Yes.
And what's your date of birth?
2000.
How about a good phone number for you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can read it. It says Jared Nelson. And then you can click on it, and it's the guy's dad that's like posting the pictures, and the guy doesn't have anything to do with Matthew. I don't know why people are using that picture. I don't understand it.
Okay. And your bedroom is downstairs?
Yeah, it's the first one to the left.
Okay. And he mentioned that you might have heard something?
So I was gone, I think, like when all of these events transpired. Yesterday, I did this thing called Extended Training Day. It's like this thing we do in ROTC. But
ROTC.
basically, like, I was up at 2:30 in the morning, and then I was out the door at like 3.
Okay.
And I was...
I'm going to let this play for a minute so I can go pull up the footage from the 12:25 forward so I can show you where it looks like someone leaving that area around 3 o'clock.
doing stuff with them until like 6. So I was gone pretty much the whole day yesterday, but I heard about
2:30 p.m. or a.m.?
2:30 a.m. was when I left. Well, that was when I woke up. I left the house at 3 a.m. And then, yeah. And then I was at Extended Training Day until like 6 because we went to Buffalo Wild Wings after. And then,
See, he went to Buffalo after.
so it was in a lot of different places. We started at Guywick's Field, which is here on campus. And then we went to the UI pool. And then from there, we went basically all the way to Pullman. We went to like this called Terraview. It's like,
Where did he say he started? Hold on.
Yeah. And then I was at Extended Training Day until like 6 because we went to Buffalo Wild Wings after. And then,
yeah.
Where was the training?
So it was in a lot of different places. We started at Guywick's Field, which is here on campus. And then we went to the UI pool.
Okay. So he started at a field. I'm going to try to pay attention here in a minute when he like starts going over that again, because he mentions Buffalo Wild Wings and then he says something about we met up there, and then he continues on, and then at the end says how they went back to Buffalo Wild Wings. So I can't figure out whether they met up at this field all together or if they parked their vehicles at the Buffalo Wild Wings and then like took off, which normally you wouldn't be able to just like willy-nilly park your shit in a parking lot all day like that. So I'm not really quite sure.
It was in a lot of different places. We started at Guywick's Field, which is here on campus.
Okay.
And then we went to the UI pool.
The pool.
And then from there, we went basically all the way to Pullman. We went to like this called Terraview. It's like that first stoplight before you get into Pullman.
Okay.
So we rucked all the way over there, and then we rucked all the way back.
Walk? Did he say they walked to Pullman and back?
At Guywick's Field, which is here on campus. And then we went to the UI pool. And then from there, we went basically all the way to Pullman. We went to like this called Terraview. It's like that first stoplight before you get into Pullman.
Okay.
So we rucked all the way over there, and then we rucked.
Rucked. What the frack does rucked mean? A large number. A great mass of undistinguished or inferior persons or things. A fold or a wrinkle. A crease. To make or become creased or wrinkled. Okay, that doesn't mean what that's supposed to mean. Rucked. Like walking. Rucksack. Rucksack. Oh my God, I don't know. I don't understand. Oh, who's mad? Oh, hold on. Hold on. She wants out. Let me let her out real quick. So then they did kind of walk. They hiked. So yeah, so then they hiked with stuff on their, like with the backpack, right? They hiked all the way to Pullman with equipment on. Is that how I'm understanding that? Yeah, that's what I'm questioning. Like, they walked all the way to Pullman and back? That sucks. No wonder they hung out at Buffalo Wild Wings and ate their shit out of some wings after they were done. I'd have been hungry as hell. Walked all the way to Pullman and back? Well, I would love to know which direction, because for the state's narrative, I'm really curious as to if they passed up a white car or not. What do you mean you walked all the way to Pullman and back? That's interesting. That sucks, but that's interesting. Their directions would be interesting to know.
All the way back.
How many other people were you with?
No, thank you.
Probably around, there's probably like 20 people total.
Okay.
10 actually doing the event, and then another 10 like facilitating it.
And was it with people that you're normally with?
10 facilitators? Is that what he said? That's like a lot.
All the way over there. Then we walked all the way back.
How many other people were you with?
Probably around, there's probably like 20 people total.
Okay.
10 actually doing the event, and then another 10 like facilitating it.
Why do you need 10 people to manage 10 people? 20 people altogether, 10 people basically in charge, and 10 people not in charge, and actually like participants. So, okay.
And was it with people that you're normally with?
Yes, people in ROTC.
Okay. Was there anyone that maybe wasn't present that normally is with you guys there?
Not that I can think of. No.
Okay. And so you left at 3 in the morning and drove there?
Yes, I drove to Buffalo Wild Wings. That was the meetup point, like
Okay.
the parking lot.
Okay.
So they met up in the parking lot in the morning. Well, here's the video. It looks like you can see a vehicle actually leaving around 3 o'clock. Headlights, and then a car is going to go this way. Get it bigger. Oh, the cats are doing something in the shower. Start seeing headlights over here in a second. He's probably on point about like the whole 3 o'clock thing, because that's about the time you start seeing the lights. Yeah, I'd like to know like the direction that they took. And I think you can actually see some of the lights like over here on these buildings too, like the way that the car is moving as it's like backing out and getting ready to get on the road. See, you're going to see how you're going to start seeing movement. See it? And the car is going to go this way in just a second. The lights. See, here it goes. Just turned, like he backed up, got ready, and then there he goes. I'm pretty positive that would be him if his timing is accurate. That would have been him right there. Okay, go back to this part now. Okay.
What time do you think you got to Buffalo Wild Wings?
It would have been shortly after 4, because that's when the event ended at the pool. And then we were there for like a little less than 2 hours. I left around like 6:15, something like that.
In the morning?
No, this was at night. So this event was like pretty long. It was like a 12-hour.
So he would have gotten probably to Buffalo Wild Wings sometime probably by like 3:15 at the latest. It's not very far. And then they got done with their rucking from Pullman and back to the pool. It seems like they're talking about the U of I pool at 4:00. And then from 4:00, they went to Buffalo Wild Wings and hung out there until right after 6 is what it seems like.
Training event, and then we went to Buffalo Wild Wings after. So I that was the meetup point. So we parked there at 3 a.m.
Okay.
Walked over to Guy Wicks Field, did the whole event, like did everything. And then after the event was over, we finished at the UI pool.
Okay.
And then that's when we went to Buffalo Wild Wings, got some food to like celebrate, and then got here about 6:30, something like that.
Okay, so when you left at 3, remember seeing anybody out and about or anything out of the ordinary?
I wish I had. That's the thing is like when I had heard that it happened so early, I kind of wish I was trying to like retrace my memories, see if I remember anything, but I really don't. I was just like really in a rush to kind of get out the door. And
when you were awake at 2:30 or 3, did you hear that dog barking at all? Or?
I don't think so. I don't think I'm pretty sure I would have heard it if there's a dog barking, but again, like I was just kind of in a rush.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
And any of your other roommates that were home that might have heard that?
And I think said he heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was the only one.
Okay. I don't know. That's my brother who just walked in, but
okay.
I doubt he heard it. Hey, you mind if I?
Yeah, you could have him. Yeah.
Hey, yeah. Did you hear a dog barking at some point? Would have been the morning. Okay. Because he said he heard it, but I didn't hear anything. What time did you hear it?
I heard it like I looked at the clock.
Okay, so I was up in
Hi, I'm Danny.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I didn't hear dog barking at any point. I had gone out to the bars at night, and we got home around 2:30 in the morning. And my sister was in the same sorority as Maddie, and saw Maddie out at the club. Yeah, no, it wasn't John's. I'm pretty sure it was the club for sure.
Oh, Corner Club.
The Corner Club. Okay. So, and we were at the Corner Club like right before they closed. So she was out like really late, and yeah, and then I just laid in the living room for a long time, for like probably till like 3 in the morning, and I didn't hear any dogs. But I sleep with earplugs in, so that's why I wouldn't have heard anything. But their rooms are more like outside, so that's why it sounds like. Did you hear it or no?
No, because I was out the door.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you left when I was still down there. So.
And what's your? What's your date of birth?
97.
And how about a good phone number for you? And what's your sister's name? How about a good phone number for?
Let me tell y'all something about wings real quick. This is going to be completely off topic and like out of there. I might have actually meant to mention this to y'all before. I meant to put a video about this over on my second channel. Listen to this shit. Chili's has hot wings, right? Like different flavor wings that you could get. And their appetizer for their wings is like almost $20. Like it's bullshit, right? If you go to DoorDash, there's a restaurant that you can order wings from called It's Just Wings. I didn't know this shit. Apparently this has been going on for like some years, okay? If you order wings from It's Just Wings, it's actually coming from Chili's. It's Just Wings is the virtual restaurant to the Chili's restaurant. And instead of just lowering the prices of the wings at Chili's, they sell wings for cheaper under this virtual that's It's Just Wings. So the other day we wanted wings and they didn't have like we don't have like a wing stop or anything around here, okay? So I was like, okay, let me see if we can just find like a different place for some wings and try another restaurant out. And I see It's Just Wings, and I'm like, okay, cool, this is probably just like a little place we're gonna try it and see. The shit shows up in a Chili's bag, in a Chili's box, with a Chili's sticker, popping the receipt up on the bag. I'm like, what is this? So in my brain, I'm thinking, I just like third-partied some wings. Like these people are selling wings, but buying them from Chili's and like dropping them off to me in their freaking reused boxes. Like, what the frick is happening? So that I finally, like, I get online and I'm looking it up and I'm like, what the shit? It's the exact same company. So if you buy like an 8-piece wing as an appetizer for like $18 at Chili's, it's $18 at Chili's on DoorDash. I don't know what it is inside. I don't know, but it's $18 freaking for no fries, no drink, for 8 freaking wings. Like Chili's is on some crack for real. Okay. But if you go to It's Just Wings, you can get the 8-piece wing, a fry, and a drink for like $15. So why, instead of just lowering Chili's prices down to what they can obviously sell shit for, are they keeping their really high, stupidly ridiculous prices and then having this little virtual store with lower prices? It's coming from the same kitchen, coming from the same distributor, coming from the same wholesaler. What's happening? I was tripping. I didn't know what the hell was happening. But that's just so you know, because I see some of y'all saying now y'all want some wings. So if you order some wings, and if you see It's Just Wings, don't be fooled. It's Chili's on a scam.
And so she's in with some of
Maddie. It sounds like Maddie.
She's an ex-member.
Was an ex-member, but they were still loosely connected. And then Xana. I can't remember. Xana was in. Out there.
And who out last night?
Saw Maddie out. Maddie Mogen. Mogen, yep. Because Madison Mogen is my sister's ex's ex.
That is the most recent picture that Madison Moye has on her Facebook page. And I think it's from like 2023. Everything else is locked down.
Does that make sense? So my sister's ex, Maddie, is his ex.
They both dated the same dude.
Okay.
There's a lot of Maddies here.
Yeah, there's a lot of Maddies.
A lot of Maddies.
I need a little flow chart.
Exactly. Yeah, I need to draw it for you. But my sister and her, they used to have a little bit of tension, but then they were good. And so that's why my sister was like, oh, I saw Maddie at the bar. Like, I should have said hi to her, but I didn't. And then, yeah, the next day.
See, I don't know how things can be good if you're not like saying hi to the person in town. Like if you're just like at the bar and you see the person and you're just like, hey, how you doing? Like in passing, obviously you're not good. Right? Like that's how I would assume things were not good.
We found out that this was happening. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you guys can think of?
I don't think so.
Okay. Cool. So then.
What? What is a roosters? What is a frickers? I say frick because it's a cuss word. Roosters chicken wings. Okay, we don't got none of that around here. I've never seen this before in my life. And then frickers? Frickers chicken wings. Frickers Wings Sports Bar. Oh, looky there. Never heard of it before. It must be stuff that's up north. Did y'all know that Arby's bought Buffalo Wild Wings? Tell me how they got money for that. Tell me how they had money to do that. I don't understand. All right, this has less than a minute. Hold on.
You weren't even here. Sounds like you heard the dog barking.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
If you have any other questions, I'll reach out to you guys.
So that's right.
Cool.
Do you mind if I ask?
Oh, wait, hold on. One more question.
We're safe here? Because I know it said there's no threat, but the suspect is still at large. We don't know.
Like that's been our biggest concern. It's like the fence line is shared with us, and like two of the girls being the same story as my sister who lives here. We were kind of just like,
anything we can.
What's the threat level
at the time?
Yeah, I mean, I think the suspect is still unknown at this time, and so we're still trying to determine who it could be.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely still just be
Me too.
Cautious,
diligent. You know, if you see anything that seems weird or strikes you as odd, definitely call us and let us know.
Okay.
So,
Well,
yeah. Okay, cool. Well,
thank you.
yeah,
That's it.
thanks, guys.
That's it. Now, I did see somebody mention something about how the Banfield people said something about being up at a party at Matt Moye's house. I mean, he's got multiple people that live with him, so maybe they just know it as Matt's house, but somebody else was having the party. Unless he partied all night and then went on a freaking 12-hour rucking thing. But you know, when you're young and you've got a young body, you can do some stupid shit like that. You can stay up all freaking night and get no sleep whatsoever, and then just go off the next day and probably do it for like a couple days, you know, in a row. I don't know. I'm so sick and tired of trying to figure it out. Not like the basics, but like just trying to figure out why it always sounds like people are not being consistent. Why does it always sound like someone's trying to like make sure that they say the right thing instead of just talking? Because if you are just reiterating what you did and you're not having to think about, oh, well, let me make sure that this is in line and this is in line and this sounds right, like then it's not going to come out all crazy. But it just seems like the majority of it is a bunch of stuttering and back and forth. And again, for a place that they're like, oh, nothing ever happens in Moscow. Why are you so scared to talk to the cops then? Because if it's just like nerves because you're talking to an officer, then I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like there's not a lot of hope for the future generations. This is like the mindsets and the way that these brains function in normal everyday life when it comes to just like speaking and telling what you did the day before. Like it's just kind of weird. Plus the whole thing about, oh, I'm a deep sleeper, but I'm up a lot and I was in and out and oh, I didn't hear the dog until 5 minutes after I woke up, but something woke me up and it had to be the dog. Why are you doing all that? I'm not saying that it like makes him a suspect, but I'm still questioning like why are you going back and forth and trying to label yourself as these things? I don't really quite get that. Y'all be careful because some of you creators out there might be getting emails that look like it's a collaboration for Surfshark, and it's not. There's a Red Bull scam going around right now and a Surfshark scam going around right now. So y'all be careful with that. Which one sucks? The only thing at Arby's I like is the roast beef burger thingies with like a whole shit ton of cheese sauce because of the cheese sauce. But other than that, we're Buffalo Wild Wings people. We've been eating at Buffalo Wild Wings since Ariel was in a car seat. Me and my ex-husband would go and put her handheld car seat on top of the big booth table in between us. And we would just hang out at Buffalo Wild Wings. And then whenever it was just me and Ariel and Slade, I would take them to Buffalo Wild Wings like probably twice a week to eat dinner when they were younger because they could play on the tablets and eat while they played and I could do stuff and we would hang out and do the trivia up on the thing. Buffalo Wild Wings used to be fun. And then COVID hit and they took away the tablets and all the cool stuff. And now it's just hella expensive. But we went for Slade's birthday like 2 birthdays ago. It wasn't too bad. Oh God. Linky Binky, what are you doing? He's going to start pulling shit out that bag. Watch. He's had enough naps. Oh, God. Hey, home skillet. No, Linky. Link. He's going to do something crazy. I got to have lots of cheese sauce. Lots of cheese. I will be fat with the cheese. I don't care. Yeah, I don't know. That whole thing right there about like people like hearing things, I honestly believe it. There's like no way that you like heard that shit at 2:27 and don't have questions. Now, there's a channel. Who the frick is it? Who is it, guys? Who is it that's apparently supposed to have somebody come on their channel to explain the freaking scream? What's the obsession? She apparently has been for like days now pushing it back and pushing it back and pushing it back. And I don't know what's going on with it, but she apparently has somebody that can come out and explain the scream. Well, if this is my thing with that, besides like, why does it keep getting pushed back? What is their story? Why does it keep obviously like something's happening because it keeps getting pushed back, but that's just like one thing. Okay. This is my second thing. If you heard a damn scream like that at 227, why didn't you tell the cops? If you can come out 3.5 years later and be like, oh, I know what that was, then why didn't you tell the cops you heard that scream? Because ain't nobody told the cops that they heard that scream at 227. And no one can sit there and tell me that it came from inside that damn house, because if it came from inside that damn house, you wouldn't be able to hear the scream on the Linda Lane cameras. So people that keep trying to say that it's some movie noises need to just shut the hell up. For real, for real. So I don't know when this damn video is supposed to be coming out. I have been with my notifications on, checking it like every few days now. And I could have sworn it was like a couple days ago. And now it's supposed to have been like last night. Nothing happened last night. I don't know what's going to end up happening with that situation. But Watch the Obsession has claimed to have been talking to frat people from like the beginning. But she also came out and said a bunch of stuff that was never said by Bethany or anyone else. Like, that's where the whole Bethany saw a guy dressed in black going across the front parking lot area came from Watch the Obsession apparently talking to these frat people. But that never came out of Bethany's mouth. She never said anything. Now, granted, we have a lot of questions about everything that came from that entire situation. But in no reports, in no interviews, in nothing that we've seen at all, have we heard anything about Bethany seeing anybody walking across anything at all, dressed in all black, naked or otherwise, because we've had to figure all that stuff out too. So I say again, if you can come out on a YouTube channel and say, oh, I know what that sound was at 227, and it's a scream because it's being labeled as a scream, why are you coming out and saying something now and never told the police you heard this sound? You suddenly have a story that you didn't have 3 years ago? How am I supposed to believe this? Yeah. I've never been to a party or even been around anybody that just screams like a psychopath like that. And it literally sends every vibration possible through your body. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if she's going to pull a Daniel and be like, oh, this is what this person told me, and just reiterate what she was told. If someone's supposed to come on the live and actually like say it out of their own faces, I don't know. But she's saying from the owner of the camera, and that's a chick that told the police on the body cams that she didn't hear shit. So again, if you've got a story to tell 3.5 years later, then you're a liar. What else am I supposed to think about that? What else am I supposed to think about that? 3 years later, I'm sorry. So I've been paying attention. I've been waiting for it because she tagged me when she shared the fact that it was coming. Well, TikTok, honey, baby, where's it at? I'm waiting. Don't know where nothing is. So I don't know. I had some people talking about it in the comments earlier. We're waiting. Oh, okay. Well, I apologize. There's a lot of assholes in here. So it's hard to tell who's being an asshole to me and who's being an asshole to somebody else. So I'm sorry. Oh God, oh, it's just him. It's just him. Zelda left and Calypso went back in the closet. I don't have a closet in like my bedroom. The bedroom goes into the bathroom. And then if you turn, once you're in the bathroom and turn, there's like a walk-in closet. Calypso likes to sleep in there. So she's in there in the dark, like Batman. And he's just over here cleaning his butt. And Calypso's causing stuff to fall. I don't know what the frick is going on with Nancy. The only reason why I'm covering it over on my other channel is because I consider Savannah like a celebrity, and the only other celebrity that's over here on this channel is the David and Celeste thing, which I'm trying to move over. I just want it separate. I just want it separate, but I don't know what to think. There's a lot of people trying to like point at the son-in-law, and I know that the guy that was just arrested yesterday for the fake ransom thing, like there are some crazy connections, but not really connections. I haven't seen connections actually between the dude that was arrested and the son-in-law. The only thing that's similar is their styles. They were both in these like rock bands in like the early 2000s type style music, and like the way they dress, their like aura is pretty much like the same, I guess you could say. That's really about it though. There hasn't been anything as far as I know that actually connects them on social media, or like they've ever performed together or like anything like that. I just don't know. I don't understand how the frick you have a freaking daughter who has a $40 million, income, like net worth, and you can't pay $20 for your Ring subscription or whatever it is. Like, I don't even know if it's Ring. The camera bracket that she has on her front door does not look like the Ring one that I've seen before and have had before. So I don't know if it's Ring camera, but how do you just not have the subscription? It's $20. $20 a month if it's Ring. It's $24 at the most, I think, for like the basic plan. And another thing that's crazy to me is that her daughter that she was with that day, like, why is this 84-year-old woman who can barely move having to Uber over to your house if you're only like 10 or 15 minutes away? Like, you went to take her home. But she had to Uber over there. Like, she's old as shit. Like, I don't really quite understand that either. Now, they talked to the Uber driver and everything apparently was okay. Yeah, her kids are like put together. I don't understand how you don't have the subscription system to catch anything, because now they know that like the camera was removed at a certain time and then something else captured motion, but there's no video of whatever made the motion because she doesn't pay for the subscription. So that's crazy. That's crazy. So I don't know. And I don't know okay, I'm trying to like figure out how to word this, I guess. The craziest part to me is that the ransom is not going to the family. So it's really difficult for me to understand if it's real or not, like all the way around. Like the FBI is involved. And because of a floodlight and an Apple Watch being mentioned in the one that TMZ got, they think that TMZ and the one from the other news people are like the exact same people that are sending it in. And they're claiming that like she's safe, she's aware, she's also aware that we want Bitcoin and what like the terms are. Well, the deadline was last night. And the way that Harvey, the guy that's in the Epstein files but refuses to actually admit or even discuss the fact that he's in the Epstein files. Oh, Harvey over there. Okay. He is basically just like, yeah, we don't want to say nothing else, but the deadline meant that something bad was going to happen. And then the next deadline's Monday and it's just going to be worse. And I'm like, so what did they threaten to do to this woman? Did they threaten to cut off a hand? Did they threaten to injure her? Like, what was the threat for last night? They never came forward and said it. So I don't know. The family not even being talked to, and the ransom people saying that they don't want to speak to the family. Like, this is the only communication that you're going to get is through TM-freaking-Z. I'm sorry? It's just all strange. And did y'all know that Savannah Guthrie like did a really, 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 really deep dive interview with several of the Epstein survivors like 6 years ago or so? There's like 8 of them. 6 to 8 of them all together. And she did like this huge interview with all of them. And then the files get released and Harvey's name is in it. And this grandma shit don't make no damn sense. And then did y'all see, there's so much going on. Did y'all see the video that I put up really late last night? There is a duo of teenagers from California that got arrested because they were coerced by some sort of like weird online thing. There's like this 764 group that's going around on like Fortnite, I think it is. It's either Fortnite or Roblox, one of the two. And they're getting kids to do like horrible, crazy shit to themselves and to like other people. These teenagers were given $1,000 and basically blackmailed, coerced to go all the way to Scottsdale, Arizona to assault these 2 homeowners to steal their crypto information. And that happened on the exact same day that she went missing. And they had a van, bro. They went and had a van that they went and did this assault with. And what did we just hear from the freaking neighbor last night? A white unmarked van had been driving around the area a few days before she went missing. So I don't know if it's connected, but that's really crazy. That's really crazy. And these damn teenagers got away with it. You know how they got caught? One of the kids' moms gave a shit enough to grab his phone and saw the messages of him going back and forth and telling somebody all the details about the outfits, the disguises, the vehicle, the money, all the crazy shit. And it just so happens they want some Bitcoin for her. And this was a $66 million cryptocurrency theft that they were trying to have happen. These people coerced these minors. They're under the age of 18. to do all of this shit to try to steal $66 million worth of crypto. And I'm going to assume that the person that they were trying to steal it from keeps all their crypto on a cold wallet, which is sort of like I guess you could call it almost like a USB device for cryptocurrency, because it keeps everything off the internet. Whenever you need to do stuff to it, you hook it up to the internet, you do what you got to do, you get off of it. It's cold storage. No connection to anything so it can't get taken. So I don't know. There's just a lot going on with that. The white van, the timing, the amount of money. We don't know how much Bitcoin they're asking for. But it's also really interesting they're asking for Bitcoin as Bitcoin is drastically going down in value. I think it's lost like $30,000 over the past few days. Something like that. Really bad. So I don't know. I don't know why they're asking for Bitcoin as Bitcoin is falling. I don't know how that's supposed to work. I don't know. I don't know. So I don't know if she's being targeted because of who her daughter is. I don't know if it's some random piece of shit because she's so close to the border, and we've seen this kind of shit before. Random assholes going into people's houses, destroying people's lives on a whim. We've seen it. And to take off a camera, if you have a good look at the camera, if you have a mask on, you can walk right up to it and take it right off the house and not even be noticed. Like like recognized. If you got a mask on. So I don't know. I got into crypto when all of the GameStop and AMC stuff was going on. I made some money actually on all of that, like, AMC 8 GameStop stuff was going on. That's when I started making t-shirts for Dogecoin because of the cute little dog. Like, I learned a lot about stocks and crypto. I kind of get into a little bit of everything to learn what I need to learn. And then I sort of lose interest once I've learned what I feel like I need to learn to be efficient. And then I sort of just like move on. So I know enough. I did some brokeraging. I probably did like the whole crypto and stock thing for like a year or so. So I know some stuff, but Bitcoin is hella falling. And I just don't know what was the point in asking for Bitcoin if you know that it's something that goes up and down so much, especially with how much it's lost here recently. So I don't know. It just doesn't seem, I don't know. You also don't even know if these people that are sending in this ransom note now are even legitimate. We really don't. And Brian Inton, I will say, made a good point during the press conference, because when it came to the floodlight, like, you could have seen that from the news footage in the yard. Like, just because that was in the ransom note doesn't mean these people have some sort of special knowledge. I don't know. No traffic cams, dark as shit out there because there's no street lights. She's 84. Like, there's no, like, unless this person went in and like robbed a pharmacy, or she had extra medications in the house and they took them and they don't notice, like, there's no way that she's still alive, in my opinion, as much as I don't want to say that. But if you have a pacemaker and you have severe medical issues and you have to be on medication daily and you were snatched up in the wee early morning hours 5 days ago, there's no way that you're still alive. There's no way. I mean, maybe holding the frick on, but there's no way that she could be in good health if she is alive. So I don't know, but I also don't think that they said anything about medication. Only thing I know is that Savannah said in their video that she was that she needed her medications, is how she put it, I think. She needs her medications daily. But they mentioned the car being left there. They mentioned the purse, the cell phone, the Apple Watch. They didn't mention her meds. So that's something I've been curious about, because if like they took her medication, then that would tell you that they're not going to harm her, or else why would they be taking her medication? But they haven't just like come out and said it straight up if her meds were at her house or not. And just because they might not be doesn't mean that she, is being given them. So there's that too. All of it's weird. All of it is very weird. I just don't really know what to think. I don't know what to think. There's just a lot of crazy stuff going on. And then like Trump getting involved, like, again, like I said, he gets involved in certain things sometimes, like other cases that don't have celebrity status. But I don't know. I just don't know if they are like getting involved and having the FBI get involved the way they are with like Kash Patel coming. I think he's going to be there today to talk to them. I don't know if they're doing that because they really do think there's something else here, or if he's just doing it to do it. I don't know. That whole thing is a whole nother thing. But Kash Patel doing anything, I don't trust yo funky bug-eyed ass broski. You'd have lied your ass off about these Epstein files, sir. So I don't really care what you got to say. You can go wherever you want to and say whatever you want to say. I'm not listening to a damn thing you utter anymore, ever again. I know that one. I know that for sure. Well, the pacemaker only disconnected because it does this like low frequency Bluetooth signal. So it has to be close enough to the device, just like your regular use of Bluetooth, in order for it to grab it. So all that really means, all it really means is that she was just too far out of range. So when it disconnected or like stopped picking up the Bluetooth signal, I would assume that's like the actual timing that she left the house to be completely out of range. That's how I feel. So I don't know. Yeah, she definitely needs to be on a pill every day. That's why I don't know. Like, is she on something? Do they have something that they're giving her? Or like, what's going on? What's going on? I don't know. Yeah, Kash Patel is dumb. He's pissed me off. Did y'all see that my freaking hometown is in the Epstein files? Jeffrey Epstein had a freaking bank account, or he was funneling money through a bank account in Kerrville, bro. Somebody put together something called J-Mail because of all the email accounts, and somebody hacked into, well, you know what? I can't even say hacked. They got into Jeffrey Epstein's old Gmail account because he had the freaking password in the files, and somebody found it, typed it in, and they were able to log in and see like all the unredacted emails of things, to see that somebody, like an assistant, was emailing people even after Jeffrey Epstein was in jail. And there's a Fortnite account that they've literally traced from the documentation that came out to Jeffrey Epstein that's been active and playing Fortnite literally this entire time and was just privated yesterday. I don't even know what to think anymore. It's all the Truman Show. It is all. I saw that. The part where she's like, talking about like how sweet she is and how knowledgeable she is, and she's like, just talk to her, you'll see. I saw that this morning. Let me see. I have the pages. Let me look. Oh, Linky Binky, what you doing? Let me see. I'm going to do a little video about it on my second channel. Let's see. But I'm going to start going through the documents. Like, I'm going to give myself like a good, maybe like 30 minutes a day just to go through the Epstein files myself and just do little small videos on my other channel about the stuff that I see. Here, look, I'll pop this page up here. It was Bank of the Hills. Bank of the Hills. Yes, I've seen several. I've seen see, there's a lot of this stuff that a lot of people are just now finding out, and I'm like, man, this is old news, bro. This is some real old news, bro. I've been following this shit for like ever. Look, right here. This is one of them. Something for the Watson building. That's the part that I want to freaking find out what that is. Because a bank account is just a bank account. It's just a bank account. I want to know what's going on with this Watson building thing. So I'm going to call my dad at some point because he's been in Kerrville his entire freaking life and he's still there. And I'm just going to be like, so what do you know about the Watson building company? Tell me everything. And yeah, see what they have to say about it. I don't know. There's just so much going on. It's so disgusting. Everything is just so gross. But yeah, I'm gonna dig some more. But also, there's some stuff in the Epstein files that like people are getting pissed off at because you can tell that it's just like there to start drama. Like, it's not anything bad about anybody. It's not anybody saying anybody did anything bad. It's just like a person being mentioned because they're famous or well known in emails. And so instead of being like, okay, well, Jeffrey Epstein just mentioned this person in like their business in an email, it's like, oh my God, his name is in the Epstein list, and people aren't going in and actually reading the stuff. Like, something just happened with Tony Hawk, and he had to come out and be like, hold the hell up, broski. And there's like another one where a guy's business was discussed, and he had never even he'd never talked to him, never been anywhere around him, never spoken to any of his associates. It was just something that was like a discussion that Epstein was having about this thing that this guy was doing, because it was like something to do with science or some shit like that. So I'm just like, yeah, you gotta be real careful, because just because somebody's name is in an email does not mean that they're doing some crazy shit at all. You got to read the context. Read the context. What I don't appreciate is how they're still doing like redacted names in the emails when these emails are old as shit. But I don't know how much more of that they're going to really be able to get away with, considering that everybody's been able to like see the real emails now. How do you not change the password? How do you, as the freaking United States government, not have all of this information about Epstein, including his password to his freaking Gmail account, and y'all not go in and change that after he died so that nobody could get into it? So that's another thing. A lot of this shit feels real fishy, bro. Like, I was telling my buddy about this the other day. I don't understand why all these people are smiling at the camera. Like, I get where people are saying, like, okay, he did all this for blackmail. Okay, that's fine. Cool for you. I feel like if that was blackmail, you wouldn't see people looking at the camera. You would see stuff that are like, oh, what do you call them? Incognito, not incognito, but like off. You know what I mean? Like a camera up in the corner, and we're looking like a security camera where you're just like seeing people like go on about their business. Like it's looking up at a room, and instead everyone's just like, I'll smile for the camera. I feel like it's weird. It's just weird. It's all just weird. And then on top of knowing that like Jeffrey Epstein was actually on Reddit forums, like infiltrating insanity, like knowing that people were talking about him, he would then, like him and his people would get together and create chaos. How do I put it? Okay. Do you guys know how when all the hidden true crime drama came out, and that girl that was working for Hidden True Crime and Annie Elise came out and started talking, and she said how there were forums on Reddit that basically just like do nothing but talk shit about Annie Elise and the girl from Hidden True Crime, but that they're the ones who started them so that they could control the opposition. That's basically what's being found out now in the Epstein files when it comes to how much power he had in these Reddit forums and in the government and all these other little crazy things. Like things would be for real situations that were being discussed, but then him and a group of people that needed to control the opposition would go in and plant seeds, and like the vines would grow. Yeah. I hate it here. Damn. Mm-hmm. So freaking much, man. Hello, Linky Winky. Can y'all see him? No. Come see me. Come here. Here. Oh, come here. Oh, come here, come here, come here. Oh, okay. He's here to tell you bye. He's purring. Yeah, we might do, we're going to do more stuff about the Epstein stuff over on my second channel. Because it's just crazy, and I got lots of thoughts. It's just a lot going on. I don't even know. There's just so much. There's just so much. Who's the opposition for who? For which one? For Annie Elise, anybody that's out here talking true crime. For Jeffrey Epstein, everybody on the planet, I guess. I don't know. Like, it was just stuff that they're going in and seeding. There's a lot. I'm just so tired of it. It's so exhausting. It's exhausting to try to figure it out. Because on top of there being like real legitimate emails and real legitimate information, there's a bunch of weirdos going out and making fake emails and posting them all over Twitter and all over Reddit and putting them on TikTok and all these different forums. And they're not in any of the actual documents. So people are having to go in and fact check these people creating these fake ones that just want to cause problems, cause chaos. It's so stupid. It's just like in this case. Why do you need to do that? The truth is effed up enough. The truth is effed up enough. Damn. I don't get it, bro. I just don't get it. All right, you guys. I'm going to get off of here. It's only 5 o'clock. We might go live tonight to go over Gunderson's body cam. I'm trying to get it all together. I have 2 pieces left to tag together. Heighten the audio, all that stuff. It's probably going to be like 2 hours maybe worth of audio. It's Friday night, so if there's any night to do it, tonight would be the night. So that's probably what's going to happen. I'm going to do what I need to do with the boys. It's Friday, so I'm not cooking. It's fast food Friday. We're hanging out. We're going to watch movies. We'll go live later. It might not be 8 o'clock. It might be a little bit later. That is still, I'm almost done with it. I have, how much more footage do I have to edit? Because I'm simultaneously doing that one and the coffee house one and like 3 other things at the same time that are all sort of having to do with everything the same. It's all about like the pictures and the positioning and all this stuff, but it's like smaller stuff too. I'll work on it again another hour or so today. There's probably like 20 minutes of unedited footage left that I have to put together. I noticed how long it takes me because like just the portion where I'm like reading Xana's wounds, right? It's like 7.5 minutes of me reading it. But then I have to go in and I have to insert things when it comes to facts. I have to go in and find the right photos for what they're trying to describe. So like that 7 minutes of time of like raw footage took me an hour and 5 minutes to edit, to put all the pieces in and edit. So that's why it's taken a while. Small portions are taking longer because of everything that's going in there. Plus all those little, things that you're seeing in there, like the people and like all the stuff, like I'm creating all of that. So I'm having to go into another program, create what I need for what it's telling me, download that, bring it over to the new program, enter it in. It's a process. It's a process. What is happening? I just need it to be factual. That's why they take a while, because I want to have the right vein pointed at. I want to have the right part of the body pointed at. I don't like being inaccurate when it comes to actual facts. And I know I've been wrong in plenty of things before, but whenever there's something that you can look at and it's pointing to something, like it needs to be as accurate as possible. And I'm not a doctor, so I'm doing the best I can to line up everything, but it shouldn't be. I feel like I should be able to premiere it tomorrow. The coffee house one is going to be 2 hours long. Like it was like 3 hours long of like raw footage. But after I did my phase 1 and then phase 2 editing down, it's still going to be a good 2 hours of me debunking coffee house crime. Yeah. 2 hours. But facts and proof takes time. And it just is what it is. So that one will probably premiere, but just be prepared. It's long. Most premieres I do are not that long, but yeah. All right, let me see what I forgot over here. Oh, welcome. Thank you for the gift of membership, Eric. And welcome, Amber. Welcome, and welcome, Eric. Welcome. 5 gifted memberships. That's 6 altogether, plus you joining. Thank you so much. You too. You joined and you gifted memberships. I appreciate that. Thank you. Welcome, Wicca. Welcome. Really, it's 3 years. Apple Pay was just disrupted. Oh, I know, Erica. You've been here for a long time. Thank you for the $2 super sticker, Eric. I appreciate that. Is there one from like right now, though? Is there one right now? Did I miss it? Let me check real fast. If I could type. My hands are like not like the keyboard is over here instead of in front of me, so my fingers are like not in the right spots. Is there something from right now? There's a new message. The FBI and the Pima County Sheriff's Department are aware of a new message regarding Nancy Guthrie. Okay, but is it? While this one is a new piece of information, the FBI and Pima County Sheriff's Department are still asking anyone with the tip to call in. Authorities didn't say what the message said, but sources told ABC a note was sent to a local media outlet and that it is being taken seriously by law enforcement. See, that's what's making no freaking sense. Why the hell are y'all sending shit over to TMZ and all these news outlets when you're demanding, like, are they demanding money from the news outlets and not the family? Like, are they expecting the news corporations to pay the ransom? And why are they sending it to TMZ and not sending it over to like the people that own the Today Show where Savannah works? See how like weird the whole thing is? I don't even know what to think. I honestly don't know what to think. Thank you for the $3.99 super sticker, Amber. That is so crazy. Yeah, I feel like it's a big distraction. A lot of people feel like it's a distraction. But I mean, there's blood on the porch. She's old. She can barely move. It's in the middle of the night. Like, that's crazy. Posting? No! Oh, please don't be for something horrible. Oh my God. I don't see where he's been arrested. I see where he's had a stalker for like a super long time and he has had to file charges against her. But I typed in Post Malone arrested and there's nothing. There's nothing. That's crazy. Oh, did you? Let me check. Make sure I got it. I don't see nothing about Posty. That's cray cray. That is super cray cray. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Holly. I did get your Cash App. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't see nothing. A lookalike was arrested for stealing a package. A Post Malone lookalike? Oh, see, that's too much. That's already too complicated. I can't. See, you'd think so. If they would want the daughter to pay them, why are they not contacting the family? Like even the brother, so I guess like the son of Nancy came out and did another small video. They evacuated her street. Do they think there's a bomb or some shit over there? Oh, yeah, that's my bed, yeah. Wow, that's crazy. I don't even know. Yeah, I mean, I know they have a 24-hour live stream, but why not send it over to who owns the Today Show? Like where Savannah works. That's crazy. Let me see what they say about clearing the streets. See, like you can get on a search engine and it's nowhere near as good as Twitter. Twitter is a cesspool and it makes me angry, but it's like the only place that you can really go to get like the news so quick. Okay, so here it is right here. An hour ago, it says, our sister station in Tucson received a second note from those claiming to have abducted Nancy. It's been sent to the FBI. So the sister station, did TMZ get it like on accident? Because it was after TMZ that the other station got it, and now this other station got it a second time. Now, someone else is making a good point right here. If your pacemaker turns off or loses signal, your emergency contact usually gets notified. So that's a good point. Do they not have any sort of precaution to where if that happens and it could mean that like you're dead, your emergency contact doesn't get contacted? Some sort of alert? That's a good point. I don't know how those things work, but you would think that they would be set up that way. You would really think that they would be set up that way. See, there's other people asking about her medication. That's cray. But see, they can't sit here and say, oh, the family's received a second ransom. No, the kidnappers or whoever the frick is doing all this is not wanting to speak to them. The FBI Phoenix put out a note. The FBI and Pima County Sheriff's Department are aware of a new message regarding Nancy Guthrie. I don't even know. I don't even know what to think. Because I don't know why they're not contacting the family. Why are they not contacting the family for the ransom? I don't know. It's just weird. How the hell do you look? Do you look like Post Malone? Look, my ex-husband looks like Post Malone. I'll say that. When he's got his beard, he looks like Posty. So you can. You can look like Posty. Yeah, why send it to the media for them not to read it on air? And why send it to the media like anyway if they're not the people that they want the money from? And if you're going to send it to the media, why are you not sending it to the station where Savannah works? The whole thing just doesn't make sense. That's right there. Like if they're not speaking to the family, then where are they expecting the money to come from? Like if they're not going to speak to them to let them know this is where it needs to, unless the message has all the information. Like, does it have like a wallet address and all these other things in it? I don't understand. I just don't understand. What would Savannah know that could threaten her mom? I don't know. I know she did like the Epstein interviews with some of the survivors, but still have a lot of people. I just don't know. Like, why are they not contacting her family? It is very strange. I don't know. The whole thing doesn't make sense. I just don't get it. Okay, you guys. I'm going to get off of here and I'm going to get Gunderson's body cam together. Keep in mind, it'll be a little bit longer. There's going to be footage of him walking around, going in the house, talking to other people, doing canvas at the apartments next door, all that stuff. We'll go over that tonight. But I think that's it for now. Yeah, the sheriff is a little bit crazy. I also saw something, and I haven't verified this because I told you guys, like I just said a second ago, there's all kinds of people making fake-ass emails and fake Epstein paperwork and all this other crazy stuff. Apparently, Savannah's husband is mentioned in one of the Epstein documents, but it's like they're talking about something that he was affiliated with when it comes to his business. It's not like he did anything bad. It's none of those kinds of things. So that really wouldn't be a reason either for that situation. I don't know what to freaking think. The whole thing just doesn't make any sense. But I'm going to go ahead and get off of here so I can like relax my brain a little bit because now I'm thinking about all this stuff not making sense all over again. Like it's just insane to me. It's just insane to me. Like actually wild. Okay. You guys have a great few hours. I will see y'all in a little while. Thank you for the $5, Crud Dog. I'm sorry I yelled at you. I'm sorry I yelled at you. Yeah, y'all have a great couple of hours. I will see y'all in a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, he's asleep. He's asleep. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and roll this out. Please do not forget to leave a like on your way out and subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed already. All right, you guys. See y'all.